There are two different ways to use the read and write software. One is to add it as a Google extension. Once you've added it, it will show up in your extensions, and I suggest you find it and just make sure that the pin is blue so that it will show up in your taskbar up here. So that's one way. Another way is to download the software itself. It is free for educators and students. If you download the software onto the computer, that means you can use it even when you don't have internet. I'm just going to click on this because it is a pretty fast extension that works really well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go through a couple of the options. So I can highlight a word and come and click on the dictionary, and it will give me all of the different definitions for that word. So there are some assignments that we could come up with. I could click on the picture dictionary, and it will show me a picture of the word. I can also highlight the article or a paragraph, hit play, and it will read it to me. Go ahead and hit stop. This is a really cool feature. It's called a screenshot reader. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to come here and just put a screenshot around that paragraph. And what it does is it basically chunks the article for students, and then it shows up and it reads just that chunk of the article. So they can go piece by piece if they get overwhelmed. This is a really easy way to kind of chunk that for them. And when they're done, they just hit the X. And then we also have Audio Maker. So if I click on here and then click on Audio Maker, it will download an audio file, and I've already gone ahead and done that. So this is the downloaded file.
Education at Fitchburg State University.
So I've downloaded that file, and it reads to the student. So if I don't want students to have to learn how to navigate using the app, I could, as a teacher, download the audio for my students and then share the audio with them as an attachment. Or a link to my Google Drive. Maybe I want to be able to look up the word assistant in Google. It will put the word assistant in the Google search. It does that Google search for me. And then, let's see. This is really cool, especially for students who have dyslexia or ADHD or struggle focusing on the line that they're supposed to stick at. This will highlight the sentence or a couple sentences that they're on so that it's easier for them to stay on task. They could also, let's put this here, and then I can click on Talk and Type. Sorry, Talk and Type is like a Google Doc, and I can click on this and I can speak into my computer and it will type what I'm saying. So that's more for writing than it is for reading. There is also a translation dictionary. It used to only have Spanish, but now it looks like they have some new languages that have been added, and the students can come down to the word that looks familiar to them. They can also click on it and it will read the word to them, so they can keep going until they find the word that fits their language if it's available. One of my favorite features, I was a language arts teacher, would be to come and highlight some of the words. So maybe I highlight these, maybe I'll choose 5 words. And when I'm ready, I'm going to go ahead and click over here with vocabulary list. Ooh, that's new too, that's cool. You can separate the colors. And what it did is it created a vocabulary list with the words that I highlighted. It included the definitions available and the pictures available. So as a teacher, I could come and just delete the pictures and tell students to add their own and then to take notes. I could also have students use context clues to figure out which definition they should keep and have them delete all of the ones that don't apply. I could change notes and put translation and have them put their native language word for the word assistant over here. So there are a lot of ways that you could use this where it's really just the click of a button. I can also click over here to simplify a page. What that does is see how the article has some images. It does take some time, but once you click on it, it just simplifies the page to remove all of the pictures, which is really useful if you're using something like a news article. And then another really fantastic feature is this practice reading aloud. And I've got this open already. And what students can do is they click on this record button and they get to read the article out loud. And then they can play it or send it to you, and you can assess their decoding skills for reading the article that you are doing in class.